Then no shade. Rose. If you think about it, her name is Rose. The number of Rose is up here because Rose.
Oh,
Anyway.
she did.
All right,
Well,
guys. All right, guys. Welcome back to Commission Reviews, the Queen of Reality TV. We got a few guys coming on later, but right now I want to talk about this hotmess.com that was a reunion allegedly. Dina is not here. She is booked and busy, but she said she'll be in the chat later on. But now I have the rose up here because no one got any roses. And then Rose, I feel like, tried to steal all camera time and all kind of things this entire reunion, both parts of it. But we're gonna get into that, and I'll talk about her in a minute later. All right, so there's no recap at all. We're just gonna jump right into it. Let me get the roll up the screen right quick. Hold on. No recap or anything. I want to jump into what actually happened. Hello, Erica. Hello, Miss Ebby.
Hey,
Uh,
hey.
so of course they go through the same old crap in the beginning, talking about the car windows busted, whatever, and talking about Cam Hussein, toxic and spicy. It just Katie did give her flowers. It really wasn't much said. It's kind of a little boring in the beginning, but she kept on saying the same thing. I match energy, period. Right now, they deleted a scene because it also showed him not choosing her. They didn't show that in the original episode, so I kind of caught that. I'm like, I don't know why they didn't show it, but it showed him saying, you ain't the one I chose or whatever. She kind of didn't care, in my opinion. I don't think she cared. Now, nephew Tommy did ask about busting windows out. He said, "Do you see why the guys reacted the way you did?" And all she can say is, "Well, what did they do to start it?" I don't think she really could hear nobody when it came to that topic. So she's just gonna stick on that. That's fine. Stand on your business. And of course, you got Rose in the background saying, "Yeah. What did they do?" I was like, "Bro, what? Why are you on 20 and you ain't even part of the conversation?" I don't know what happened in the back if they had some extra drinks back there. And then this is no shade to Rose, but remember, you are a hairdresser. I don't ever come for hair. I don't do none of that type of stuff. But you are a hairdresser. What was happening? I thought she had been to a fight. Like I didn't understand what the hairstyle was. It just like she had mad hair. Like what? I don't know. I'm sorry. Abby, I have to ask because you really are the hair girl. Does she give you? I'm not trying to read. I swear to God, but does she give you tissue that she does hair by that hairstyle?
yes, because the best hairstylist hair is always toe up.
Oh my God, I would.
Clock that T. Let's be very clear. I know you're a good hairstylist, so that every time I see you, you ain't did nothing to your own hair,
Oh my God.
and you can't tell me it's not true. So I'm just assuming she's a phenomenal hairdresser.
Then that means she's booked and busy. Okay, Erica, your thoughts about that? I just want to ask. I just wanted to ask that I was the only one that felt like that because I was like, what?
Um, Abby has a unique point.
Okay.
I didn't
What you said
consider
there.
it that way. I didn't realize, I forgot what she did. So I didn't realize she was a hairdresser. But literally, the reunion, I would say, is the worst her hair has looked the whole show. Because sometimes she had the little curls, sometimes
Mhm.
she had braids. I didn't realize hair was even really her thing. Kind of like when you go to the nail salon and because their fingers are in acetones. I don't know, it depends on the salon that you go to because
Okay.
some people's
Okay.
hair looks nice. So, yeah, I do feel like it was something going on with the wig or whatever. It just looked like, yeah, like you said, like she had been in a fight or in the rain or something wasn't right. Um,
It was giving.
yeah,
I
she was
did.
she was very much
I feel like
upset.
she had maybe done two or three of the other cast members' hair, and she ran out of
Oh
time for
no.
herself, so she just took the wig out of the bag and put it
Oh,
on.
look at that. It's almost like you're channeling Mod and you're giving grace. So that's wonderful. And I will say that as well because her hair, I mean, she came in ready to fight. So
Oh
really, she should
God.
just put on the Vaseline and slicked it back because it looks crazy. But she came in like on 10, I think. So, so I won't judge her profession based on
Hmm.
her hairdo. So she might be
Well,
really great, and I do want her to get more customers. So I'm not, but yeah, it was a hot mess from what I can see.
I think there was some in that glass. Somebody a bottle, baby, a fifth or something. Because, girl, I don't know what was happening. It was so much happening. Nobody could talk. Like I kept saying, is this the roll show? Because literally nobody could say anything. You had a brief with every man on this panel. Okay, so I'm gonna get to her in a minute, but anyway, so who was this? Angie's talking about Khalil shot his shot. That surprised me. But the part that tripped me out the most, he shot his shot and scored. But there was Khalil saying scored at what in the background. I'm like, so what actually happened? Because he talking about like, oh, we had a date. What I score at? And then she tell everybody she scored, and when she think about him in our private time. So I didn't understand
I
what was
think what
happening.
she meant was he should shot his shot and asked her out on a date, and she said yes. I think that's what she meant, because he said what she said. We going on a date? Because I think that's what where they are currently is that they had been talking. He asked her out. She said yes. So that's him shooting his shot at her and scoring because she said yes. She would go on a date with him.
Well, for her to say I think about him
Yeah,
in my
I
private
don't
time.
think I don't quite agree with that. I think because she's a
Jeez.
bartender, I think she said what she said. He scored, and I think he scored, and I think she forgot that they agreed not to tell people that they smashed. I
Mm.
think that's
Oh
why he was
shit.
like, "Scored it what?" Because I don't think he wants everybody in his business, and he don't, like he just wants it. I don't think he wanted people in their business like that because that's really doing a lot. But
Unlike Rose. Go ahead.
right. So I think that's doing a lot. But so I think when she said scored, I don't think you know what I mean? Like I mean I get Abby's so sweet and graceful tonight. I love it. But I think she meant what she said. I think she meant
You are.
scored. I mean, I think she meant it how she said it because she needs more therapy
Oh,
to be
Jesus.
more
Not that.
laying with her comments. And one of the things I didn't like about her is, I mean, I guess if she's kicking it with Khalil, she's kind of like, I don't need to change. He knows I'll bust the windows and he still got some, so we good.
Oh my
But
God.
but that's the thing. To me, it's not so much even what the men are saying. It's like you kind of are coming here like I'm authentic, I'm all me, I'm like wonderful, as if you don't realize that that's an issue and you're trying to be a therapist. Like I hate to keep
Mm,
coming back to that, but I'm like,
right.
and you also call yourself out here trying to get clients that so to me I feel like okay. And then you have the nerve to get upset because you think Cam said something about you being aggressive. And
Lord have mercy.
you steadily on TV talking about you think it's cool to be aggressive. So would you even be mad really?
Well, everybody seemed angry, and I don't know if everybody was sipping on the same bottle. I don't really know what was happening because you go to Rose walking out the room, crying, so emotional. They have to come outside and console her. Like, girl, do you think you cried enough? What is happening? That's why you don't drink and do all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because baby, you own a whole reunion. I don't know. It was just I don't know, guys. She just I feel like she was just either something was not gelling with Rose. She was doing a lot, and I was like, girl, I don't know if you need some coffee or a shower. I don't know what was going on, but it was just too much. It was just too much too early. So of course she sits down and she talks about how she feel like she was played. She said Hussein's self-elimination, Rose felt like she felt played and was robbed of her happy ending. She said the way Cam fought for Sahara, I should have got that pretty much what you were saying, you know. And I'm like, girl, what is this coming from? Even Tommy kind of jumped in and said, wait a minute, you did not divulge information about the baby dad being in jail. He didn't make a big deal about it. And Cam said he didn't really care too much about it himself. He just said it was nice if you would have said something. And then he said, yeah, you guys judging me, but and he been in jail. Now, I want to clear something up really quick. Of course, my team, Dina, aka Christina Receipt Queen, looked up this man's record. He has not been in jail. And I'm telling you, I saw that for a fact. I'm gonna show all this tomorrow. The point I'm trying to make to this is that I don't like that. Now, you sound very bitter that neither one of these guys picked you, and you seem bitter about everything. You gonna say this black man been in jail and he hadn't? I want some receipts. I looked it up. That man has not been to jail. So why in the world are you saying all this on TV to make everybody go against this man? Because you're pissed off that you didn't get picked. Abby?
I think she said it because he said it to her. I don't think
It,
she pulled it out his ass. I don't think she just pulled that out of her ass. It
No.
was.
I know the record. He don't have no record.
That's not the point.
He ain't been in no jail.
That's not the point. I think he said something to her and she repeated what he said. And I think he got caught in a lie. And then now he want to be like, oh, well, that's not what I said. Blah, 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 blah. There's no way that she just pulled that out her ass that you told her that you've been in jail.
Oh, shit, my bad.
I don't know if he was trying to say it to show some type of solidarity and say, like, I'm down and blah, 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 and all of these things, and to try and portray to be something that you are not. But there's no way that lady just pulled out of her ass out the clear blue sky. Oh, well, you told me you went to jail. That doesn't.
Now he has. I'm gonna put. I can't put. I don't have it on my phone. I mean, I have my phone. Something happened when he was younger, but he never went to jail. He never was locked up. Not one day. Not even an hour. I would have called him. What I'm saying is,
that's besides the point. I don't care if he actually went to jail. I don't care if he ever actually got arrested. He said something up to that effect to that woman for her to repeat it.
But what she's repeating is a lie. Because you want to put
stank
on him.
It's his lie. It's not her lie. It's his lie.
She's pissed off.
That lied to her to begin with.
She pissed off. So you're pissed off. So she also lied to him too. To be honest, that relationship was a failure from the beginning. She didn't say something, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is that I don't care. She lying about them. If he went to jail, cool. I mean, for me, it's like I don't just about to jail. I don't care about that. What I'm saying is, if it would be, I would be more inclined to be like, okay, I get what she's saying. You've been locked up. You talking crap about the baby daddy. I would be more inclined to be like, I get what she's saying. I can't roll with her with this. Erica, what you think about it, Mama?
I'm in the middle. Like, I think, I guess I would have to see your receipts, but he said on the stage he did tell her something, he, so I don't know if he was arrested and he wasn't charged or they didn't keep him or something, but he definitely told her that because he said he told her something and, that was personal and she took it as he went to jail. So maybe, I don't know what happened to the records or whatever, but it sounds like he definitely told her.
He told her something, but it wasn't that. And see, the thing about it is, look, I and I really felt for Rose this whole entire season, right? I really did. Out of all the women on the show, I told you this before, I felt for Rose the most, right? But just the way she acted, look at how Angie acted towards Cam. And when whether she believes Cam or not, because I don't even know, to be honest. But after the conversation, how did they end it, right? Rose was coming for every dude. Oh, yeah, sorry, not just Rose, but Rose. What's the girl name? That what's Fritz girlfriend name? Shanice, because she came from Cam as well. But I just feel like the women on this show was coming so hard at these men, but then you acting like you don't have your own shit to say because they do. They have a lot of things going behind the scenes. They just want you to see what you want to see as far as narrative. The men are being trash. Most of the time I'm not on men's side. No shade to men. I love men, but most of the time I'm on the women's side. But with the women this season in the reunion, I can't rock with that. Not all of them. Angie, to me, I get what her saying. She got mad about the whole thing, but guess who told her that? Take a guess who told Angie that? It was Rose. Come on now. Even if I'm not the person I am, you can guess that. She's so bitter and pissed at Cam and all the other men, pretty much all the men I feel like she pissed off at. And she would make sure that they look a certain type of way. I don't like that shit. If I'm talking about some dude, about some stuff, I'm gonna have my shit together, my receipts, my whole thing. I'm not gonna just come crazy just because I didn't get chosen. Like everybody gonna get chosen for this type of shit. Like every single time, there is no prize at the end. It's not even that serious. That's how I feel about that. I'm sorry. I mean, you said she came across as a woman scorn. She did. She came across as a bitter woman scorn. I hate using that word, to be honest, but that's the way she came across to me. Like she had too much to drink and she was acting like she was mad at the whole damn world. Now, I'm not saying she didn't have any real feelings for this man because I'm not going to say that because she probably did. And I get being hurt somewhat. But y'all, it was just a lot that went on that I really can't necessarily say. All I'm saying is that it's a lot that's going to come out very, very soon. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So
they better hurry up because they got about 5 more minutes of me caring about what the hell they talking about. And then it's over.
It's probably about less than that. Yeah, you probably got 3 more minutes, but
no.
but I'm saying I said 3 minutes. So Rose dramatic and all this stuff. Now she got her little cheer squad because now all of a sudden, so when Cam is sitting there, well, hold on, so I went back too far. I'm sorry. What does it say? Um. Okay, so they went to the little game they played. It wasn't a bad game where like he would say somebody said this, somebody said that, who said it or whatever. You know, talking
Stop
about
playing that game. It's stupid.
it wasn't a really. I mean, it's all right. I don't want to go through all
No,
that,
it's not even all right. Stop playing it. It's
but hold
dumb.
on, who they? But they called Cam Ninja Turtle. I thought that was so dirty. But that's the only thing I said. Why they call that man Donatello? But other than that, I didn't really like what was happening. It was, girl said she stabbed somebody with a fork. I don't remember that with the blonde hair. I do not remember her saying she stabbed somebody with a fork, slashed tire, and threw a bowling ball to somebody's head. Now I did remember that. I don't remember her saying it. Who just came in here? Hold on, Fernando. I don't. Hey, Fernando, you on mute, baby.
What's up with you? How you doing?
Hey, King. So I don't remember her saying she threw a bowling ball to somebody's head, but she was there for a short time. Not to be shady, I liked her a lot, but I just, whatever. Okay, so real quick, Fernando, I said we were talking about Rose, right? Yeah, we jumped kind of right in it. What I said was Rose accused him of having a record, and I did not like that. I researched, well, Dina did, and he does not have a record at all. And Ebby was saying that, and Erica was saying pretty much he said something, and he did, but he was never in jail, never, not even for an hour. And I didn't like that she called that man out like that on TV. That's just how I feel about it. I want to get your opinion about it.
You know how it is with with society and how they judge you. So if you're seen as a criminal, and it's a hard character, the flaw to kind of overcome. So we're to kind of put that on him and then not be true is pretty messed up. I ain't gonna lie. Like a lot of things you can lie about. Something like that is pretty tough for him to have to kind of fight. Like y'all did y'all research, y'all due diligence. Not everybody does that. So it could have been a situation where now everybody looking at him like a criminal, and the whole time he didn't even do nothing like that.
Or a job or anything. I mean, it can affect so much. People watch this. A lot of people watch that show more than you know. It could happen. It could affect so many things. So I just didn't like that. I didn't like that. I said I felt like she was bitter and maybe had a fifth or something because she was acting so crazy and she was upset with Cam, and Cam fought for Sahara. Like I wouldn't even have said that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I get with them bringing up what's the girl name? Damn. I don't know their names at all. What's Jay's girl name?
Kiara.
That brought her thing
Yeah.
about the jail thing. And I don't care what Kiara said. This is how I feel about it. Okay, I get that, but why you have to allow this entire reunion? Like no one can even talk on Rose on Spring. Anyway, so I'm happy you answered that. I just want to know how you feel about that. But she said she felt played and robbed, and she didn't get a happy ending. Do you agree with that or not?
I mean, her elimination was, I think, pretty surprising. I didn't see it coming. One episode that it happened on, and the way that it happened. Mm-hmm. So she kind of went by her being such like a key part towards the end, and the way that she kind of left was like, damn, just so like I can't say the situation was worth it or not, being that she didn't disclose the information about her baby father being in jail. But the fact that she didn't get a good ending, I do see that though. She did kind of didn't have like a graceful ending, and you might have expected for her.
I mean, I have to admit, like I was telling the ladies, I was you know this for that. I was a big advocate for Rose throughout this whole time, and I didn't like the way she went out on the episodes. Well, I just didn't like it. I didn't understand what they were doing with that, right? So I want to talk about True, because people say she left because of her age, or she was. I don't know, they're trying to say that she was too old or whatever. I don't like that age stuff, whatever. But I didn't understand. I'm 49 years old. I don't hide it. I'm 49 years old. I don't care who knows it. It's not a big deal to me. But she was asked to show the clip, and she kind of dodged it. I'm like, why would you dodge this? I mean, maybe it's because I don't care. I don't want to be like funny. Erica, give me your opinion about that, because as a woman, we get 35, 40 or whatever. She made such a big deal about her age. Erica, you there, mama?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Erica, can you hear me, Erica? Maybe her thing went out. Okay, so I'll give you my opinion about it, and I'll ask about it, Fernando. I think Miss Abby's doing something right now. So for me, it's like my mama always told me growing up, to be honest, the age is no big deal. It's a blessing if you can see another year.
Good night, son.
She was Abby, mama, can you mute mama, please? Abby.
Yes.
Okay. So my mama always told me, she said, don't worry about your age. This is when I was younger. She told me that. She said my great grandmother always told her it is a blessing if you get older, you're still alive. So that whole thing about getting old or whatever is trash. So now, as a man, I'm not sure how you feel about that, because I know Khalil asked her straight up questions. She could not answer her age until the elimination date. So And then she had the whole thing with the bubble, green bubble phone thing or whatever that was, the fake number thing. I don't know. I'm not judging truth, but I didn't understand what was going on. You on mute, baby. Oh, that tattoo is pretty, Abby.
The fact that she does that, you know, she doesn't give her age immediately, makes you kind of question what's the problem. Like, you never should be ashamed of your age or not worried about being judged for your age. Like, that's your age. You got to own it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's the truth. And it was a big deal to Khalil because Khalil got plans. He want to spend time with his woman before he moves on to having kids. She wasn't with it.
Now I'm so skinny.
She is. I'm looking at your face. It's all like, it's all contoured.
My mama said, I can see your bone. I was scared to go around my mama. Why your bones seen? I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, that is hilarious to me. So, Abby, what you think about the age? I know you don't care about your age either, Abby. So,
yeah, because she about to be 50. So, I don't have a problem telling people my age at all, anytime. Some people are very sensitive about telling, and they are raised that way to be like, don't tell people your age. You're not supposed to ask a lady how old she is. You can ask me. I don't care.
Right.
But my issue was, why was they making such a bigger issue out of the Google number? You is a stranger, nigga. I don't know you. I don't care that we met on this TV show. I don't know.
You forgot this on the bathroom.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Good night, Tootie. Hence my grandson, who I'm watching while his parents are out. So you go say hi.
So
Hi,
cute.
people.
I know he didn't. Okay, podcast in the future. Young King over there, so cute.
Oh God. So the Google number thing is what women do as an extra layer of protection. Because even though I've met you on this TV show, you are still a stranger to me. And I don't know if you crazy, because clearly you could get, crazy people can get past whatever checks that they do for this particular show.
Okay.
So therefore, if I decide I want to give you the Google number that I give out when I'm like out of the club, or, you know, some random nigga at the gas station wants my number, and in order to save my life and so I don't get smacked upside my head or punched or kicked or stabbed or something, I have a Google number that I give out. So even if I give you the Google number right there and you call it and want to make sure that it's a real number, my phone will actually ring. As a single woman in 2025, if you don't have a Google number to give out, and it's not your actual number, but it'll still ring to your phone. Like, I don't understand what the issue is. If we get closer and I get to know you and I realize that you're not really crazy for real, then you can get the real number. But until then, on the first layer of this whole situation of us just meeting, get this Google number. And it don't matter if it was the Google number or my real number. Nigga, you still didn't call me. So I'm like, what is the,
right.
why are we arguing about this? You never called me. So
That's
I don't
crazy.
know what you want me to do. You still didn't call me. So it wouldn't matter if I gave you your number, my friend's down the street number. It doesn't matter because you didn't call. So why are we still arguing about this several months later? Why is we arguing with beige rage with the tight braids 6 months down the road about whether or not I gave you a Google number?
He made a big deal about it.
Well,
I was gonna ask Fernando this. Look, being a young man out here and dating 2025, you know, did you think he would put too much on it, or is this a valid thing for men?
It was a little extra. I mean, it's a number. You can contact her with a number. The number still works. So whether it's a Google Talk number or not, like, you can still reach her. So what's the problem? Like, some people I meet, we don't get the number. We get the social. They give you like social media. Here's my IG, here's my TikTok. Hit me there. And then eventually work to get the number. So that's just kind of how it moved now in 2025. So I ain't worried about it. Like, now I don't like Androids, period. So if it's a green box, I'm already judging you. But I understand it's a Google Talk number, whatever. That's your business.
Well, I'm
Aren't you judging us off the green bubbles, friend?
Yeah, you got to.
I'm an iPhone girl, so I'm right there with you. I ain't gonna front. I'm right
Yeah.
there with you. I'm like,
I
you
too
have
have
an
an iPhone,
Android?
but I don't care if your bubbles be green. It don't even.
You meet somebody new and it's green, you're like, oh, come on, you one of them.
Oh wow, that ain't right.
People, I see you have an Android? No, I can't even have a conversation with you. They be like, what? I'm like, I'm so serious. I cannot. We can't even talk, baby.
A message don't even go out. They say not delivered. Just
Hey, look.
Oh.
So I want to talk about Mr. Fritz, and especially his plus one, which is Shanice. Let me tell you something. They showed, of course, that Coley called out or whatever about the poly thing. They showed that my girl Coley, and he just busted out and said, "I was there to have fun." I think Fritz was like last minute on the floor. Let's go and throw him in because he didn't want to be in this show. He literally said on the reunion, "I was there for fun." Like you could even fake that. Like I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know.
Which one was Fritz?
He's the one with the little locks on mohawk, and he has locks on top of his head. Do you remember him? I could say somebody. I ain't gonna be that.
Sorry to that man.
I'm not gonna be shady. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah.
Sorry to that man. Listen, he could walk
ain't the
past
picture over
somebody.
here in the corner.
That's him right there, the pink on. Oh, he did. Yeah, he had like the little dreadlocks.
Oh, still have no idea. Okay,
Oh shit.
sorry to that man.
So, oh my god. And so when Cam made a point, because they brought up Cam defending Sahara, which is one of my favorite things that he did on the show, and stood up for Sahara, and that was my connection. He said, hey, my connection, I couldn't help it. Then Shani jumps in to say, "Is that your answer? You're a hypocrite." I was like, oh shit. She talking about now with Cam, I do not like this part a little bit. So she said the day before you had to decide, before he went on a date with Sahara, I guess he had texted her or something to help make a choice, and she was not in the choices. So she called me hypocrite and called him fake 1,000 times. And Shanice said, French, that's my man, and he called that's his woman. But the one thing Cam said, I did agree. Your girl standing up for you. I was over there laughing because she was doing that. Like, I mean, not saying it's a bad thing or anything, but she had so much energy for Cam because I'm saying to myself, friends, my nigga, you sitting there, you can't pick up for yourself. Your girl fighting your battles. No shade. You just sitting there quiet. I get your girl because I'll be like that too. But he said nothing. And I don't know. I'm a Louisiana girl. Most men I know are kind of strong. They take care of their own business. You sitting there going off, calling a man fake. Then she started saying, he knew I was going on a trip. Sent me a text message saying he want to go be my boy toy. I was like, damn, what is happening? But at the same time, Cam told her backstage, Sahara, he said, oh, she was also DMing me saying, can I come by the house and smash? I was like, this season here was just, there's so much going on behind the scenes. It was too much. Jesus Christ. What you thought about that, Fernando? I think you shaking your
It's a lot of exposing. I mean, you ain't said what they said at the end either. So even at the end, the things they talked about, we never talked about before that I never saw in any episode, any season of Radio Love. We don't talk about that behind the scenes stuff. Had it happened before? Sure. Of course it happens. We all adults. It won't come to the show. It's never aired. It's never on a reunion. So it's taking a messier turn, and I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it. I feel like certain things are not for public to know. You know what I mean? It's just too personal.
And you see how Fritz, but look how Fritz sitting back there just chilling and smiling while she going off of him. And I'm like, again, I get women stand up for her man, and nothing wrong with that because I've done it. I would do it myself. But my man is a man, so he can talk. He can, go in and respond to the other dude. You just sit back, chilling. Fritz, I didn't really respect that. Sorry, Abby.
I don't like Cam, so it's whatever.
Oh my God. I asked the wrong person now.
I'm sick of looking at his face. I'm sick of him rolling his little stupid eyes.
Not Donatello. My bad, Cam. I'm just messing with you. So, Erica, what you thought? Can you hear me, Erica? First of all,
yes. Can you hear me?
I can. What did you think about Shanice calling that man fake and a fraud and saying he wanted to be her boy toy and standing up for Fritz? But Fritz sit back while his woman fight his battles. That's literally what happened, Fritz. I'm sorry.
Okay, I think I don't know, for some reason my restream is going super slow. I'm kind of delayed. But anyway, so one, I think that people were so mad and coming for Cam that I feel like they made themselves look bad. Like she did, Rose did, and it's like I'm not, I think Cam might have been doing a little bit more dirt than we were aware of, but they all mad because Cam got a good edit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He took the time to do some things behind the scenes, okay? Because he tried to live his life in Philadelphia. So now you're going to come out and expose him? Like, what? You know what I mean? That made her look crazy because it's like, if you were Fritz, be happy, boo. Why are you so mad about Cam? You know what I'm saying? Like, Fritz said, I didn't say all that, but then he also got on there and said he was afraid of Sahara. So I was like, we all watched the show. You didn't like the girl. Maybe you thought she was too hood or whatever, but you want her eliminated. And you clearly made that statement or whatever, and he stood up for her. Like, I don't think it's really that big of an issue. And you didn't like her in the end.
100%.
Maybe you're not doing poly. To me, it's like, if you're really happy, be happy. But I don't see why you gunning for Cam over some text messages. Like, you know what I'm saying? He tried to get unblocked from Sahara. Just let him
come on, Erica.
What does this have to do with
Period. I love that. Because it didn't make any sense.
For no reason. Yeah, I didn't see why
she was so angry.
Why you so mad? That made me really that part think her anger. Yeah, her anger made me think she did send a text asking him to smash. I believed him because I was like, if you send something saying, oh, we just gonna go, let me go with you. And she, whether she took it seriously or not, her anger is because you didn't smash it, I think. Because why would she even care? Like, who cares, really? If she's not that interested, it was why is she like on this vendetta? Because you look like a good guy and she doesn't think you're a good guy. Like, aren't you happy with your man? Yeah. Be happy. So I think she probably was mad, or it's something that's putting, I feel like so many people had a battery in their back, and she definitely was one of them. Like, girl, you were off the season so quick, we halfway forgot who you were. So I'm glad you found love, but like, what are you even angry about? Like, just let Rose crash out, but we don't need two crash outs. So wow. So yeah, I didn't see why she now. And was she the one? No, True was the one with Khalil where he was like, she's a liar.
Oh my God, that was funny. But yes, he did say that. That was funny. And they all kind of like Fernando said, like he said, it kind of was exposed. They were exposing everything. Why y'all had a boring season, but wait till reunion try to blow some stuff? I don't understand that. The season was not. It was womp womp, and then you go
the best episode we've seen in about 10 episodes. Like, this is the best episode since maybe the very first or second one, maybe since a mixer or something. I'm like, we've been asleep for 8 weeks. Now all of a sudden y'all got something to say. Oh my God.
They're awake now, baby. They're awake now, child. But I agree with what you're saying, because when Cam, because of course Sahara don't care. She said, what is this about? What's going on? And he was like, look, I was playing with her. Now, nephew Tommy tripped me out when he said no LOL. I was like, oh my God, Tommy. Because trying to indicate it was a joke. But, he was like, I wasn't being serious about that, nothing like that. But the part that I did not like is that Cam waited until that night before the date that he had with her, that boat thing or whatever, to ask somebody else about it. Now, I didn't like that. I'm not going to lie. I was like, bro, what are you doing? You think that they're not going to talk? But I'm going to say this, Fernando, Abby, and Erica, I think Rose was the battery. Just like the same battery that got to Angie to come for Cam, that was Rose. That's why when Cam asked her, who told you that? He said, you ain't got to tell me, because they already know who it was. Rose, the bitter one. I'm sorry, Rose, is giving bitter. I am so sorry. You want to make sure that you pissed off because nobody ran for you like Sahara. And again, I don't agree with how you was, your show, the last episode, whatever. I get it. But when you came out for the reunion, it was just too much to me. It was just way too much. And I do agree with you about Shanice.
I agree that she came off as too much. But let's be clear. If you got eliminated and Hussein was your number one and you smashed Cam anyway, and he still came on there begging for Sahara to unblock him, you too
Jesus Christ.
You too would be crashing out, because, and what's so sad is that, girl, they didn't play you, you played yourself. Like, had you left with your edit from the season, you were wifey material. Now you looking like a hoe. Like, I'm just gonna.
Oh Jesus! It is not my fault that every time you call Cam, it is
very important to us. Please hold.
not my fault. I'm sorry. I'm a grown ass woman. I've done some crap, whatever. You still at the same time, and I'm all for women. Blah blah blah. You laying down. You a grown ass woman. You know what the hell you getting yourself into. It is what it is. I'm sorry. You trying to find love and we dated after, like, girl. It's like you want to love that bad that you will go back to people that didn't want you in the show. What? It doesn't make any sense.
You going back to somebody who didn't want you to the show, who's still running up behind Sahara, and now you looking through his garbage can or wherever you find the condom wrappers. But now, like you, and I'm not even saying we all sometimes we backslide, sometimes we get drunk. I don't really I kind of understand her doing it, I guess. I don't understand how you so mad or you so drunk that you think it's a good look for you to say this on national TV. Because now,
Lord, let me.
Hussein was about to try to take you home. Now what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Hussein was trying to get back in until you said
Nobody is taking her home after this episode.
I know it wasn't the rapper we used. Now Hussein is giving you the side eye because he, like what?
Wait, hold on. Cam said verbatim, Shanice begged to come to his house. I put that in my notes. I forgot. She begged him. So to me, and I'm trying to judge women because women gonna do whatever. And like you said, we've all been a rumor, place ball, done whatever. So you know what I'm saying. But a decorum, kind of like what Fernando was saying earlier. Things probably happened on his season and in seasons previous this whole entire time, but we haven't heard any of it, and probably never will. You see what I'm saying? So I like what Fernando says. Like we don't have to know everything. You know, like I mean, like she was trying to make everybody look bad, but when you look at everybody talking about Angie, Rose on TV, Rose after the reunion, they're dragging her because of how she acted on the reunion. So I mean, I don't know. The fifth, whatever you drank, Mama, was clear. I don't know what it was, but don't do that no more. And eat next time, please, because you did way too much that episode. I'm sorry, Fernando. I'm being for real. She just need to eat something. I don't know. So
I mean, she crashed out.
I mean, look how quickly the Angie crash out was. 2 seconds. Right. So then when Rose was talking about Cam, she said she called him Polly because he wants an open relationship. Once again, her interpretation of what he said, just like her interpretation what Hussein said, she puts her own twist on it. She literally called the man Polly. The man was like, that's not what I said. I said, I cheated before and I don't want to hurt a woman again that way. So you either cool with it or not. I'm not saying what Cam said was right either, but I'm just clarifying what he said. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have to say it how the person said, not just get pissed off and say, oh, he's a poly now. That's not what that man told you. I'm sorry. So, it was just so much happening. And then he said, I was in Cam's home and I saw an empty condom wrapper on the floor, not mine, because we use condom. I was like, damn, what? All regular episodes I've watched, I have never heard that. I'm pretty sure people were screwing all these years, but why we had to hear that? Now, Abby, I know you don't like Cam, but I still want to hear what you guys say about it.
I have lost the ability to care.
Jesus Christ.
So sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I was trying to hold on to it. I was holding
I saw you. I saw the head go back. That's why I was trying to catch it for you a little too far past.
I have lost the ability to give a hot knuckle fuck about what these people are talking.
Oh, my fucking God.
Are y'all together or not?
Obviously
what
not.
Are we doing? That's all I need to know. No? Okay. I don't think nobody is still together. Not even the room and house man with no shirt.
Oh my God.
I think he done went and found somebody else
he didn't have a shirt on, didn't he?
To love after he done did these 3 Tubi movies and whatever.
Abby, Jesus. Oh my God.
Listen, I don't care. But this was horrible. This season was absolutely horrible. Throw it in the trash in the sea of forgetfulness, never to be heard from.
Dear God.
God,
Never see it again.
So Fernando, the condoms, to me, the devil's in details for real. And I feel the devil was on this stage that day, baby. But I'm talking about, he's talking about the condom on the floor, not mine, whatever. I'm like, oh, your thoughts, Fernando?
Did she touch the condom? Like, did she
shit.
You know what I mean? Like, that's too much. I couldn't do it. I'd have seen it and be like, all right, that ain't mine, then I'm out.
Look, come on.
Because
you a man.
I found condoms before. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you had a girl crib and she ain't your girl. And you see condom, under the bed, and you're like, that ain't the one I used. What you
Right.
gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People single, people can do it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But her calling him out. I'm not gonna say make it look like that other word, but it's not a good look for her. And trying to expose a man you fucking or you have sex with is never a good look. I'm sorry. 9 out of 10 not a good look. So
Right.
you can try to oust him, but people still gonna judge you in the midst of trying to oust him. So it's just like, yeah, you gotta know what you're getting into now, what to expect. And it's sad that I see, Ray Love going this route, putting this kind of information out there.
Mhm.
Because it can always be edited out. You ain't gotta show that part. A lot of things that
Mm.
was said in our reunion got edited. A lot of shit that was said y'all didn't see. That's just kind of how it worked. But now they just like put it out there, give them something to talk about.
I agree.
They had to. Ain't no fucking prize in this goddamn show. It had to give us something.
Well, the
Ain't
thing.
nobody running off the Punta Cana. Nobody got a little $20,000
Lord.
check. Congratulations, you the winner. So they gave us a mess. Irrelevant.
They did. She said, I asked you, were you talking to other people? And you said no. You playing in my face again. Rose with the crash out when I put my notes. Angie said, thank you, Jesus. I was dying when she said that shit. Because when she started talking about Cam, Angie goes, thank you, Jesus. It wasn't me. I said, Angie's crazy for that. Like but I get why she did.
The windows were busted. He busted the windows.
Oh my, look, for real. And Rose asked the question, are you expecting or not? And then of course, that was the end of the episode. And I'm like, Rose, her whole mission was to expose Cam and Hussein. She had a plan. You come on there crying because you're upset. Because in the beginning, I saw her crying. I said, either she had a drunken cry moment. You drink too much. She had a drunken cry moment. I'm sorry, I'm saying you drunk. I don't know what you're doing, girl. But
I think that was poor editing. I think that stuff happened after she probably crashed out. So you see her talking to Tay. I mean, that's just my assumption. I wasn't there, but just because normally somebody crash out and then they have that somber moment where they like reflect on what happened.
Oh, Fernando, I could tell you right now because I'm really doing my journalism thing. It was earlier, trust me.
Okay.
It was She crashed out the whole entire time. She was crashing down, crying the whole entire time. Oh, you already know yes. So that was actually happening. She was upset before she even got out there. So mind you, if you have been drinking a fifth or something, and all these things ain't nothing, small as she is, and coming through there with all day smoking energy, and you bitter and you mad you were chosen, baby. She came out there swinging to both Cam and first Hussein and then Cam. Then she pretty much telling Cam, you got a baby on the way. I'm like, bro, now that I don't know the tea about that yet, but that's the last thing that we heard.
She could be like me, because if I get so mad I start crying, yeah. Everybody should probably clear the deck.
I say it all the time.
Because it's finna go left.
It is.
Because
I say all the time, if I start crying, child, please come grab me. No, it's a teenager. If I started crying, like we're about to fight or whatever, people would immediately say, get Kamisha out of here. Because you think she crying because she's sad. This is gonna go bad real quick, and I won't be able to stop her when I can't stop her. So even as an adult, if I'm crying, I'm angry, I'm like, bro, I'm walking away because I'm not going to jail today. Because if I'll get started, I'm not stopping until my mama put me off. And I'm just telling you, she can't do it right now. So guess what? Somebody getting stomped on real bad in the face. So for me, it's like I just refuse to put myself in a position like that. I try not to anyway, this age I am now, to even go there, right? But when she started crying, just like Evie said, she was so pissed because I'm not sure, Fernando, how it works. I'm not sure the last time she saw Cam and Hussein, but it's like when she saw them, it just made her lose it. Like, oh damn, I'm not with them. I left a bad edit, whatever. I didn't get a chance to have my closure or whatever, and she just got so upset that she just waited till she got on the stage. It was like, wait a minute, somebody. Oh, Thoughts of Outspoken Diva said, I hate that Fritz was barely held accountable about not being serious about the process. Period. Because to me, whether it's fake or not, everybody says she was whatever. For him to say it was an insult to everybody on that stage, because somebody else could have been there in that process. Fernando, do you agree with that or not? I mean, because for him to say,
if you say you there playing, it's just like, bro, people are actually wanting to be there, and for you to play it as a game is pretty messed up. And then it's one thing, like if you're not serious about it, that's cool. Like you got recruited, it happens, but you don't say it out loud because it kind of diminishes the value of the show. Because people do the show, they don't even care. He's just showing up. So
Right.
if people on the show don't care, why should the audience care? You feel me?
Oh, but that's true too. Because for him to say that, now that I was gonna start saying, well, damn, if he's saying that, they're gonna look at every season or coming forward or even the past that did not care either. Because people said it before in the past, but they didn't put any too much stock into it. But that fool pretty much said, I was just there to have fun. The way he was with Sahara playing games, I didn't like his vibe at all. Trying to get her out. Let's say the challenge. Isn't it Big Brother? Like vote out elimination. Like all the stuff he was doing was way too much. She should not have been picked for this. Y'all should keep him on the ground floor. I'm sorry. He remind me of that guy with the gout last season at Dallas. That's who. Is that his cousin? I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
Not the one with
the gout.
On today.
And the five heartbeats hairstyle. I forgot his name too. So period. I didn't like him. Sorry. I had a little shot. See, I know it's too late. So.
My God. That can't be what we're doing today. My goodness.
He had the Temptations for Wave. Y'all know him from the gout. He don't have gout, but y'all in my chat know who I'm talking about. I can't think of his name.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
They can't sing like me. I'm sorry, my bad. So, so the next season, I'm sorry, next episode, part 2, it's supposed to be the hot mess trash dumper style. It's supposed to be a trash. The whole thing about this girl being pregnant, whatever gonna come out or whatever gonna happen. Pretty sure Rose is still crashing out from what I saw and clearly what I heard. This whole reunion again. Where your girls at? Nobody couldn't say, let's go to the bathroom real quick. Throw some water on your face. Come on.
Tay actually egged her on. That's why I think that happened at first because because Tay was like, yeah, get him. And I was like, girl, why are you telling her that? That's not your friend.
Because she can't show her ass on. Tay can't show her ass on national TV.
Right, exactly. Because she probably works at a hospital and she has a real job where she makes good money. You can crash out and still burn somebody's edges. But
I can see the rage in Tay's eyes, and she want to do something to that homeless nigga with no shirt, but she can't.
We have to wonder. I mean, he looks good.
He done made them two Tubi movies and tricked some woman into marrying him again, and so.
Baby, when Nephew asked her what she happy,
up to the set. You hear me upset?
Which when Nephew told me, "Say, are you still happy?" And she looked at the camera, I was like, "Oh hell no!" That was a face of I have a lot to say, and it's not positive. I could just
like me and the hairs on his chest are unhappy.
And he made a face too, like, "Oh shit!" I just saw his face. I was like, "Oh Lord, what's she about to say?" And I know for Cam, he gonna respond to the whole. You got a whole baby on the way.
Nothing else for the rest of the episodes. Just sit your goofy ass over there and be quiet. Can you do that, friend?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna sit there because she have no baby in the way.
So what? He's blocked by Sahara and he's single. So he's
damn.
Like, what difference does it make? He
didn't
find love. He's still single. Like let him live his life.
Let me ask you a question. Nope. Do y'all think that Rose said that because? Every time when they was like, okay, Tommy was trying to, be nice. He was like, look, so Sahara unblock him or whatever. And she said, I'll go ahead and do it. Be careful, girl. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like,
no, she right.
She needs to be quiet. She talking about every relationship, every girl, get out of it. Why you involve everybody stuff?
We're not going for it. I'm not. I like it. Be careful, girl. Go to remember what your first mind said. Your first mind said, block this nigga.
But yes, she y'all
back in this reunion.
Found count on the floor.
Woo you back into situation. He ain't shit enough for you to block him in the first place. That ain't shitness is sitting right there waiting for you when you unblock him. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Just follow your first mind, beloved.
Okay. Abby, I get what you're saying about a girl, watch out, but I can't take a validation from someone saying watch out and you just smash the man and sit on everybody. You didn't want, to me, I feel like that girl, you just don't want him with nobody because he's not with you. Neither one of them. I'm sorry.
I don't think, and see, that's the part that I think is trifling. I don't think she really likes Cam. I think she's just mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm still confused as to
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm okay if she's standing there in the corner, like, until you do right by me, everything you
Oh
even
my
think
God,
about.
Jesus.
I'm okay with that. I'm all right
Silly.
with it. I'm all right with it. I really am.
Fernando, I
But
need a man's
listen,
opinion
I'm a
because I'm,
girl's,
I'm,
and maybe I'm taking this because I'm a girl's girl, and if I knew that nigga wasn't shit, and my sister was talking to him and blocked him, and she was thinking about unblock out of sis. No, don't do it,
but
girl.
that's not for her. That's not the thing about it, Abby.
Why
I'm
is
just
it
saying.
not for her?
It's
Why is
it's
it?
not for. Tell you why. You doing it because you just mad and you a hater. I'm sorry because you didn't get you.
No, that
No,
don't
no.
necessarily be what it is,
Let me say
beloved.
it, Abby. Abby,
No.
let me say it. Let me say this,
Uh-uh.
ma'am. The crash out was given bitter. The drunkenness and bad hairstyle was given bitter. No, ma'am. Because that entire time you was crashing down on every man in the show. Nobody could even talk on your ass on the goddamn stage. I don't want to hear that. Now you want to say, watch out after you said, I found cut him on the floor. Girl, no. You put yourself in a situation, you mad about it. You can't be mad at nobody.
Well,
If Sahara chooses to go out with him, that's her choice. But she don't want to see nobody happy because she's not
Kanisha,
happy. She's not happy. I'm sorry.
Kanisha, why are you yelling at me like I
I'm
did?
not yelling at you. I'm saying,
Well,
I'm saying
breathe, beloved.
she is not,
Breathe.
she is not happy. She
I
is
really
not
want
happy.
you. I really want you to understand that a broken clock is right twice a day. Just because she was crashing out, don't mean she's not right about this.
No. I'm not okay. Okay, I'm not saying she's not right about Cam or even Hussein for that matter, as far as whatever. But to me, I can't trust what she's saying from what she been doing. I couldn't. I'm sorry. Not saying for doing things just because of that, but I'm saying I can't trust her. She ain't my girl. She ain't my sister. She ain't my friend. I'm sorry.
So the
And
thing
I
with
got
like,
also,
good.
she's
I
not
got. I got
Sahara's
good.
friend. Because if she
I
was
got good
Sahara's friend, she
discernment.
wouldn't have smashed Cam after the show
Come
anyway.
on,
She really
Erica.
knows her. That she's not Sahara's friend. But I mean, I agree that Sahara needs to be careful about Cam, and
Mm-mm.
maybe she's right. But I'm like, girl. First of all, if you were Sahara's friend, did you text Sahara? So this is Sahara's first time hearing this. So
Yes.
obviously you don't care about Sahara. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to do anything can do to burn Cam. And
Yes.
I'm not clear why. Do you even like Cam? You came in here talking about you and Hussein were gonna be together, and now you sitting in rockets at Cam for what reason?
I just want to say you are both right, and I don't care. I stopped caring.
so
My battery was charged a little bit, and now it's
It
back
was.
to
It
it's back
was
in the negative. I can't.
a negative zero.
I want to care about this situation, but I just get these people off my fucking TV. Thank you.
what I'll say
I'm
is like
done.
with Hussein, she said that he went to jail and come to the conclusion that he didn't go to jail. So with this cliffhanger regarding Cam having a baby,
Mhm.
I think it's the same thing. She's just saying it, and it's not true, but it just creates drama, it creates conversation, it creates discussion. It draws a negative attention towards the guy, and it's just like, what's the point?
Okay, so Fernando, you weren't here earlier when we discussed this. Her saying it that what's the little bald head boy name?
Wait,
Don't
what?
even matter.
Oh,
That he went to jail.
Oh no, yes, Hussein.
Hussein.
Mhm.
Oh,
The ball headed one is Cam.
I'm sorry.
tell him.
Now I'm triggered because my husband's name was Hussein.
Mm,
God rest his soul. God bless him.
Lord. I'm sorry, Mama.
Jesus be offended. Child, don't be sorry. I don't care.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Try.
Listen. I prayed for the Lord.
Okay, look, you
know what?
Lord.
Yes, I don't care.
I'm up here crying right now. I'm crying.
Listen, Fernando. One day, you sit me down and get me drunk enough. I'll tell you the story about about that 20 some odd year marriage and how
I want to hear it myself.
the Lord came and came on and got him. God, thank you, Jesus.
Lord
So you weren't here earlier when we were discussing her saying that he had gone to jail. And I felt like, because my battery was like at 75% when we discussed this, I felt like that he said something to lead her to that conclusion. They had a conversation about that. And then when she repeated it, then he was like, I never said that. Now, why would I say that? To kind of make her feel like I feel like he was trying to gaslight her to say, well, whatever the situation that he had where he ran into some trouble with the police and he maybe put 10 on 20. So not thinking that she was going to bring it back or that her baby daddy being in prison would be blown up into this big ass thing to where it led them to. And she was looking at him like, why would you give me all this fever? And you said you've been in jail too. So what the fuck are you like? Why is this even a thing? Why are you even having this big, long, Oedipus Rex type of reaction to this man no longer being in my life and he being in jail? And that's where I was. That's where I sat with it. Like, it may have been a lie, but he's the one who told the lie to begin with for her to repeat it back. And then he wants to be like, oh, well, that's not exactly what I said. Okay, so I'm just I just pulled that out of my ass out the clear blue sky. That you said there and told me that you had gone to do. Like, why would I? That doesn't even make any. And maybe because I've been gaslit by niggas that I know that this is something that they will do. They will, and in order to make themselves come off a certain way, like, oh, I'm not as squeaky clean as you think I am, a little rough around the edges, you can feel safe. I got a little tiny bit of thug in me because, I went to jail, even though you went to jail for a couple hours and got right back out. It's still your thug thizzle story that you went to jail and you held it down while you was in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's how that whole situation came off to me. Erica and Kamisha probably was looking at me like I was crazy.
We was not.
No, I agreed with you because he said at some point, I told her something in private and I didn't think she would bring it up in my face. So he told her something.
He told her something. I'm just telling you guys, it wasn't jail, right? But just like, and we don't know about this yet, but the whole baby thing, you could probably tell Rose that the moon turned the color. She'll probably come on there drunk and say, well, the moon fell on the ground and blew up. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I feel like you'll give her a little bit and she'll just do her own thing. Fernanda, do you agree? Eric,
no, I think she repeated what he said to her.
But the man had not been in jail. Go ahead, Fernanda. What are you saying?
No, I think I was raised on like words matter. And so exactly what you say is what you say, right? Now, if somebody interprets it differently than how you intended, that's on them. So sometimes people assume you meant so-and-so. It's like somebody invite you out on a date and they like, let's go to McDonald's. I said, no, I don't want to go to McDonald's. And then a week later, I'm ordering McDonald's. They're like, I thought you liked McDonald's.
Right.
I never said I didn't like it. I just want to go last week. So people interpret things and they run with it sometimes. So you got to like kind of guide them and give them exactly what your intention was when you said what you said. So I think with him, he was like, I got in trouble with the boys and I had to sit down for a second. And they like, oh, you got arrested. He like, no, I got reprimanded and I had to sit down somewhere. And then they figured out it was cool and I ain't get in trouble. So for her, I think she kind of just running on like a little bit of information and kind of blown out of proportion.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. So I also agree with what Ebby is saying that men have done that as well. I 100% agree with Ebby is saying, but I just feel like that I'm right there with you with Fernando. I feel like that Rose, and I'm sorry who don't agree that she, and I'm not even saying she literally is a bitter person. I'm not gonna say that about her. I don't know her, but in this moment, right? You didn't got the condom on the floor. You didn't slept with, dated people outside, whatever. No judgment. But you coming on the show with all that extra smoke and I'm exposing you and I'm exposing you. And I feel like she was putting all this information in the girl's ears because the way Angie came at Cam, that was nobody but Rose. Now, I don't have proof of that. I'm working on that. But that was Rose. I'm sorry.
Right.
Because,
but I think, well, I was
go
going
ahead,
to say too, I agree. I'm in the middle. So I agree a lot with what Ebby's saying. I think I agree that Rose is crashing out. I don't think she's delusional or crazy or lying about things. So I think, I'm not saying Cam has a baby or not, but I'm willing to bet if she's in there digging around the floor and finding used condoms, she's also looking at who's on his Instagram. He's probably messing with other people. I'm pretty sure she has talked to someone. I would say. Now, whether there's been a blood test, who the father of the baby is, or whatever, who knows?
Not Mari Pervert.
I don't think she's psycho or anything. I don't think she's just on here just making up stuff. Hussein told her something, and she, maybe like Fernando said, she ran with it, but he definitely told her something, and he didn't think she was going to repeat it, and which is why he was like, oh, I didn't think she was, women smack you in the face or whatever. So he definitely told her something that led her to believe that. So she's not crazy with him. I think he was sort of trying to, because he hasn't told us what he said to her. Okay, well, what did you say? Did you say
I don't trust anything that come out his mouth? So
right, exactly. Did you say it was campus security? And honestly, I think right, like campus security held me in the back. Like, what did you actually tell her that now she's coming up with this? And I think with Cam, what's interesting is what I thought was interesting about the show is that Cam has a line for everything. He is, because he still wants to look good with Sahara. He's still trying to hang on to his good edit. So he's trying to cover everything that someone has told him. Except he didn't say nothing when she said, well, we use condoms. He just sat there. So that was the one time he did roll his eyes. So I guess he claiming that. But everything else, no, I didn't say that, Angie. He probably did, because you already told him you bust windows. He just assumed it was the last person. I don't see why he wouldn't have said that. He probably did tell her that at some point. So I don't think she's necessarily lying, but I do feel like she's crashing out. And she should, kind of look at what you're saying about what you're saying, because it's making her look. It's making her.
That's what I'm saying.
Unhinged, really. So yeah.
Because I'm not. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. With Cam, I have a little doubt in some of the things. So when she said, I'm sorry, when Angie came to Cam like that, I said Rose told her that, because Rose and Cam talked a lot. And so to me, in between reunion coming on, I'm gonna make phone calls. Let's go hang out, girl. Let's drink. And every girl, if you thought it was a potential, because I'm not like very well versed in that, except for what Cass tell me, that downtime or before the reunion, y'all don't see each other for a while. All of a sudden, it's some DMs, it's some late night, whatever. Of course, like Fernando say, it ain't talked about. But I know Cass have told me in the past, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Let's hang out, And so I believe she's going around talking shit about the guys. I'm not saying she lied about everything or nothing like the baby thing. I don't know about that. But what I'm saying is, whatever information she knew, whether it was true or not, she wanted them all to know, just to make sure that nobody had a connection, because she didn't have one. Now, I'm not saying she lied about everything. I'm just saying she would make a point of not making sure they don't connect. She wanted to make sure that Angie was pissed off at him. That girl went off him so bad. I was like, damn, what did he say? He was so lost, he didn't know what was going on until he heard what she said. That's why I kind of believe that maybe he did say something, because as soon as he said it, he said, I know who told you that. How would you know what somebody told you unless you actually told that person what they said? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I absolutely think he said it, because like, why, I mean, I forgot how many relationships Angie said, but if she admitted busted windows. So, kind of like Fernando said, I assume Cam kind of ran with it, or maybe he knows which window she busted, or maybe she told him, I don't know. But so I definitely think he said it to her. And she went back and told Angie, and I don't even know why Angie got mad. Girl, you just sat on here and said you would do it again. So who cares? Really?
Well, I agree with that too.
I don't know, was this X or 3 X's ago? Who cares? You did it. You admitted you did it, and you would do it again. So, okay. But he got the person wrong. Sorry. Like, I don't even know why she acted like she was that mad. Like, obviously it didn't scare Khalil away. So, girl, just be happy. If these people are actually dating who they say they're dating, then like, I don't even see why they care so much. Like, okay, calm down, so.
I don't know. Anybody got final thoughts about this crash out episode? It literally was called a crash out. Fernando?
I can put it on it, right? I ain't gonna be a hater. It's just like, damn, it's the reunion, and I just expected something to happen in the reunion, and it didn't happen. I thought it'd be some more fireworks, and we had the crash out. Mom did the crash out hit like I thought it would hit. Even like Angie going off, and then like 5 minutes later, she's calm and cool.
Exactly.
And but I will say, thing to consider: the reunion happens, months after the show's done filming. Mm-hmm. And then when you're at the reunion, like some people do plot, like, oh, I see so and so, I'm gonna say this to him, or I get on stage, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna expose that, or you know what I mean? So, like, I knew those things coming on when we went on our reunion, but also it's your first time seeing the edits and how the producers have created these scenes. You're also seeing dates that you didn't have privy to see because you weren't on that date. So you see somebody that you care for on a date with somebody else. You're seeing a storyline that they created with somebody else for the first time. So you might have some riled up feelings that you didn't have before you got to that reunion.
Gotcha.
So think of those things too, as they're filming the reunion episode.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Abby?
Is it over yet?
Thank you very much, Mama. I appreciate that.
Amen.
Erica.
Honestly, I think this is the best episode the whole season because the season was horrible. And it wasn't that great of an episode, but it was really it sounds like whatever they did after the season ended was more interesting than what they did during the season. But I think it's interesting because I do feel like Cam is being exposed. I think you can really see how production ran with these are the villains and these are the heroes of the season. And so now we're seeing more of who people really are. And so the whole time we all felt so bad about Rose and she was wifey material. And I was just like, well, what's the big deal? I was with her. It was 15 years ago. Like, who cares? And she didn't take any time. Like, no one is really doing any sort of self-reflection. So no one seems to really be showing very much growth. But now that I know she went back and she's coming on here tear jerk, crying and boo-hooing because she and Hussein should be ride or die, and Hussein didn't fight for her, and Hussein's her number one, but she's still smashing Cam and wanting to make sure Hussein and Sahara both know. Now I'm like, okay, are you still riding with your wifey material? Not saying you're not wifey material.
Oh my God.
And we do what we want to do. But I feel like a wifey would know this wouldn't be a good look. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I will blame it on the alcohol, and maybe they weren't fed, or maybe
blame it on the
right, exactly. Blame it on it. And maybe they didn't eat the whole day and whatever.
Not no food is crazy.
And they're like, okay, don't give them no food. We want to make this reunion good or something. But
and the cheap liquor.
I felt like she was more mature during the season than she was on this episode, honestly. So I'm looking at her different, the same way I'm looking at Cam a little different too. Because I'm like, okay.
Right. At the end of the day, even like Fernando said, you're going to expose and all the kind of thing, but you came on there, expose everybody, but you expose yourself.
Yeah, I think that exactly. Cam is definitely an F boy. Like, that's where I'm looking at him right now. Like, you're a little bit better than Fritz, but just a little bit. And but now Rose, don't put yourself back up on that pedestal either, girl. Just stay right where you at, because you have sold. You were basically faking the funk all season long. This is who you are, I think. So
damn.
You know what I'm saying? You could show up with extra t-shirts next time if you want to, but just be yourself. At least Angie from the beginning was busting windows.
Hey, real talk.
So Sahara in the beginning was saying F ya, and at the end she's saying F ya. So,
she said, are we done yet? Are we done?
Exactly. So, just be who you are, girl. And we wouldn't be here.
Pastor Abby, you ready to give the closing?
Sure.
Yes. Take us on out, Chica.
All right. Now, who is able to keep us from having to keep watching this show? Oh my God. Father God, we're so glad we're at the end of this season, God. I'm praying that next season that the psychiatric checks were done just with a little more vigor, God. We are looking to the future, that it be better than what has gone before. And if you do, just these little things, God, get them a gift at the end, Jesus. Something.
Give him a check, baby. Come on.
Anything. A check, a trip, something. Some outfits, anything at this point.
Lord.
God will take some coupons for church's chicken. At this point, God. Lord, we listen. Something. So they have something to show for what they are being put through by being on this TV show. And if you do these things, we'll be so careful to give your name the glory and the honor that you so richly deserved. And let the church say amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Fernando with his eye closed for me. I cannot. All right. With that being said, y'all, we'll be back here next weekend to talk about the rest of this hot ass mess. All right, y'all. We out.